Hey YouTube, today we're going to do a comparison of 3 different magazines available for the Sig Sauer p226 in 9mm. So first, let's start with this mec-gar 10-round magazine, an original Sig Sauer 15-round magazine, but it's also made by mec-gar in Italy, and this is a Chinese-made norinco magazine for their p226 copy. So let's have a quick look at the differences first. mec-gar 10 rounder, obviously it has the plastic base plate which only allows to hold 10 rounds. It's specifically designed as a 10 rounder. The Sig magazines, 15 rounds, all metal body, which is very durable. And the norinco mag has also a 15 round capacity and also a full metal body. Now the norinco one has round count holes on the back, whereas these two have them on the side. And another difference with these three is where these magazine catch holes are. They're all in the same height, but as you can see, the original Sig and the mec-gar, this space, this gap between them is much smaller than the norinco, and the cut is much nicer actually, much nicer machining. This one just looks like a round Dremel wheel was used to cut the holes. Now this is not a problem with while shooting it out of either the p226 or the norinco copy. It was a problem in my Sig magazine Caltech Sub 2000. These holes are just simply not big enough, and the magazine catch would not engage properly. I have to take them and Dremel them out until it meets the proper spec. Otherwise, this mag's pretty solid. This dimple's another difference between these two. Now, what's there to like about each one of these? Obviously, the all-metal ones are more sturdy, probably can take more abuse than the plastic one. I've been using these in IPSC and action shooting games, so when you reload you drop them sometimes on the ground, sometimes in the hard concrete, and what happens is this plastic can break, and this actually happened to me once. It wasn't during a match, but I did drop on concrete several times. But this just happened at practice one day. It accidentally fell to the ground actually on some concrete, and this portion just kind of broke. It's not fully off, so I can glue it back in with super glue or fill some epoxy in here. So it's not a total loss, but you should be aware that this can happen. Also, these mec-gar mags, since they hold 10 rounds, that last round is really hard to get in because of the spring and the spacing. And also, when you insert it into your gun, you really have to slam it home to make sure it seats, especially on a closed slide, because this thing will resist it a lot. I've had this happen in the match where I thought I seated it properly, but after the first shot, the mag fell out slightly, and I had to reinsert it and rechamber the round, which cost me time. So that's another disadvantage of this magazine. Otherwise, it's pretty quality built. Let's take it apart and have a look. We'll do this one. Here's the base plate that holds the spring. It's plastic. Spring itself and follower. What you'll notice is this is much smaller than SIG follower or the norinco follower, which are pretty much the same. Let's take apart one of these. Use a pen or some other pointy object, press into the little hole, and out pops the spring and this little plate. As you'll notice on the norinco and the SIG mag, the plate has this restrictor here. Now this is because of Canadian gun laws, where we're only allowed to have 10 rounds in pistol magazines. So even though this is a 15 rounder, it comes with this restrictor, which makes it illegal here. And it's a follower. As you can see, it's much bigger than the mec-gar magazine, and it's the same for the SIG original. To reassemble, just push the whole assembly in and slide the floor plate down, and as you can see, it's shot out. And to reassemble, pull this metal plate down and slide the floor plate on so it snaps in place securely. Now, price-wise, these mec-gars here are available for about $35 plus taxes and shipping if need be. The all-metal SIG mags are probably $45 minimum, up to $50 or more plus taxes. And the norinco mags are actually typically $40, unless if you buy them with the gun itself, then usually the price goes down to $30 when you buy several together. But yeah, it's pricier than the mec-gar. Now, some people say these are junk mags because the norinco is made in China. While this holds true for their 1911 magazines generally, they are junk and unreliable. I've never had any problems with these metal norinco mags at all. I dropped them, I've used them. They're easier to load because of the 15 round capacity. I do like these magazines. Anyone who says they're junk is full of it. Besides this little problem that I had in the sub 2000, these holes, but in the handgun they've been perfect for thousands of rounds. Okay, I hope you learned something new here, and it will help you in selecting which magazine you want to use for your SIG or norinco p226 model. Thanks for watching.